Okay, so welcome back, everybody. Tonight I'm going to be going through kind of setting up your own phishing links using a try hack me walkthrough. So without further ado, I'll get us started. And I obviously have a new mic, which must make me better empirically. But I'm going to go ahead and kick right over to the try hack me page, and we'll start there. So this is actually a room called HiddenEye, but it really kind of shows you, or at least tries to show you, how really easy this is to set up a pretty effective phishing page and use that to attack a victim. And we're going to try to take that all the way through in this. So that is it. So let's get started. So let's kick over to Cyber web browser. And we'll see that I've gone ahead and joined this room, Phishing HiddenEye. And I'm not going to be using an attack box. I actually have a Kali Linux box that I've spun up that I have here, and I'm in my directory of phishing fun. So we'll get started here. All right, so the first thing is we have a couple of links. It looks like they tell us there's a previous version, but then there's an updated link. So since they left it in there, I'll probably just grab the updated link, copy the link address, enjoy the room. I use it for educational and testing purposes only. Seems logical. CD to my preferred location. Check. The old Git clone, so we'll probably not use that, but we actually use the new Git clone. So I'll go ahead and kick over to our putty session, and we'll just say git clone paste enter, which will put it in our root directory, and it'll place it there where we can consume it. So if we look, if we tell it ls, we have a HiddenEye directory. So we are now in that directory, so we'll say yes. So we can say we've done that. They obviously want us to sudo chmod it so that we can run that. So that makes sense. Chmod plus x, I think, is what they want. And then hiddeneye.py. Enter. Now if we do a ls-a, we'll see that hiddeneye.py is green. Should be executable, I think, if I remember. So should be good. Oh, actually, you know what? Did I not do sudo? I'm totally a failure. Sudo ch. No, I'm already root. It works. ls-al. Sorry. And then we'll have HiddenEye. .py or db-x. Good. Okay, so we're executable. Yeah. Not the best Linux guy, but learning. So now we're going to want pip3 install. So sudo, I think I already have this, but pip3 install. Yep. Helps if you type in the rest of it. Oh, I don't already have this installed. I'm totally an idiot. It's okay. I'm not very good at this. All right, so install-r in our requirements. It's going to make sure that those are all installed. So we're done. And now let's do the actual install, which is sudo /hiddeneye.py. So we're going to go and do that. -f. Awesome. So we're basically just going through the really quick checkboxes, and I'll kind of show you where I'm at back on the other screen. So what we've done is we've said, okay, CD to your location, clone this, which we actually cloned this one, and then CD HiddenEye, chmod x, so we can execute it, pip3 to install my requirements, HiddenEye py, /f. It's going to install for a local tunnel. So they're saying, hey, don't hit yes, please hit no. Fair enough. No is done. And we're going to say completed. Please state why that I'm using this tool for educational purposes only. Seems logical. I am being educated, pedagogically speaking. So we've done so. The next step, let me go back to my, I'm not very good at this whole management. I'm sorry, guys. So we're now in this kind of console menu, right? So we're saying, hey, choose any site to clone. In their case, I think they do a Google-centric one, but I sure would love to do a Microsoft-centric one. So let's go ahead and see. Yes, it is. So we're going to say 12. Boom. We are now at 12. So cloned. Choose whether you want a keylogger or not. I do. Yes, thank you. I'd love a keylogger. That's fantastic. Do I want to use Cloudflare protection? Yeah, that'd be great. Would love to use that. That seems very helpful. I'm in. Do I want the data to be emailed me? I really like the convenience. Data to be emailed and then create a config file. No need to configure if you're already done. Why not? Let's see what we can get out of this. Let's make it convenient. All right, so enter custom redirect link. So they're saying, before starting, make sure you have this. You have the correct Gmail username and password. Sure. Let's create a Gmail account. So I'll do that on the silent back here. Let's see if I can show this to you guys. Yeah, I should be able to. So I think I actually already have a pseudonym for this, so I will swap to a different user for this. And let's go to my Gmail account. Let me change this. I'll stop. So we've created an account, and we're now gonna go ahead and use that. It is leeticonhack3r@gmail.com. So we've added that. Enter my Gmail password. Sure. Oh, I don't have that. Bear with me a sec. We're gonna pause. All right, so we're gonna paste in our Gmail password here. Let's just confirm it, but I'm gonna paste that in. Enter. Let's just make sure that on another page this actually is still pasteable. That we're pasting a password. Yes, we are. Good. All right. Recipient email. Let's attack Emily at thisvictim.itwichita.com. So we're going to go attack Emily at itwichita.com, which is just a fake domain that I spun up for this very purpose, right? So, all right. So I now have placed in the information. So it says, so put your redirecting URL here. Custom redirect. So what are they asking for? Hint. They said this will redirect users to any page after submitting their credentials. So we're gonna say Rick Astley. Now let's go ahead and make this Microsoft. Login.microsoftonline.com. I think that's gonna get what we want. Yeah, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and use HTTPS, not with an extra T. //login.microsoftonline.com. Do it. Awesome. Any available port. So we're going to use 59.5. That should be fine. And low enough that it's in the good place. So 59.5. Let's see, what else do they want from us? We shall find out. Oh, here we go. Okay, so they want us to now go back to. So it says custom redirect link done, port done. Any server to use. What do they mean? NGRock is your best choice for great results. Okay. Well then, why fight upstream? Let's use NGRock. So 1, thank you. Appreciate it. Burp, burp. So now, done. The links will be provided. Copy the link and send it to your target. 2 links will be provided. All right, let's take a look at our links here. Localhost URL or NGRock. So that's copied. All right. So we've now gotten the first tasks done, right? So we've basically done the setup, which is what was requisite here. Now what we're going to break into is kind of like the hiding it and obfuscating it a little bit, I suppose. So what they're saying is copy the link, got it. Go ahead and go to bit.ly, check, right? So if we just want to shorten a link, which is what they're wanting us to do, is they're going to want us to paste this ngrock.io and shorten it in here like this for a bit.ly link that's just going to encode that. And then we're going to go down to the bit.ly link and say yes, paste the URL yes, use only for education purposes, copy the new link and send it to your target, sure. And so now they're saying, okay, great, this is what a phishing page looks like. Try to help keep it secure. So obviously, even though I'm not going to simulate this, you would then you would send that phishing kind of link to someone in a very believable way. So this has been more about the construction, less about the obfuscation and hiding it and making it into a very readable thing. There's a lot of other tools that will do that, but for this purpose, it was really just kind of go set this up, right? So we're going to go ahead and see what this one looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and get another browser ready, and I'll be right back. All right, so I've gotten done with the task of masking my link, and I've actually made another video that you can follow where you see the threat actor and the victim. But it appears here that they're kind of wanting us to see some of the differences between phishing, and they're trying to teach us that. So if you look at this first, page, you have, a1ngrock.io, which is obviously not Google, so they don't match. And then down here you have accounts.google.com. And so as a result, we've now reviewed those two. Whatever. Which image shows the legit web page? So it's going to be image 2, or I'm sorry. Yeah, image 2. Sorry, not very smart. Image 2. Yeah, sure. Let's try to make a Gmail phishing page. HiddenEye PI. Gmail fake page. So they're kind of wanting us to redo this setup. So let me switch over to that. So we've gone ahead and executed the file again, and we're going to go ahead and say no local tunnel. And here in just a second, we should have our prompt for the next things. And asking, are we going to use it for educational purposes? Yes, of course. And we're going to select O2 because we're now going to emulate a Google page for this purpose. Looks like standard page phishing. 3 options. Choose standard page. So we're going to say 1. We want standard page. The next options are, so do you want a keylogger? Yeah. No, yes, of course. Like, yeah, duh. You want to add a Cloudflare? We're going to probably say not this time. Yeah. Sure. So we'll go ahead and do this yet again. And we've now put in the username. So we're going to go say thank you. And then we need a password. So we're going to do that. We're going to go get this from the other browser. All right. So sorry for the delay, folks. This is the long video. Yep. We're going to put this one to Gmail. Ooh, terrible typing late in the night. That works. I don't care. We're going to use 59594 because we've already occupied 59595. Let's go with it. 44. Doesn't matter. It's going to be automatic. Nope. Too much. 4. Fair enough. Failure. We're going to use NGRock again. These are the outsourced hostings that they're going to use, right? Okay, so blah, 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 done with those. Copy the NGRock, send it to the target. And they're really kind of just simulating everything I've done before, so I'm going to just switch back as I'm looking at this. Hold on. So let's go to cyber screen. That should be what I want, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. Let's put that back. Okay. So, like as I'm looking at this, I've totally made a video on this, so I apologize. But ultimately, they just wanted us to do the same thing and kind of see that it's going to simulate this same, and I'll zoom in on it actually a little bit. But see how it says 62965 Foxtrot 1 Foxtrot NGRock IO? What they're trying to illustrate is that while I have a perfect lock and everything's great, like ultimately, it's totally a rip-off domain that has a pretty Google image that's very hard to stop as it springs up and goes away, kind of guerrilla warfare-ish. So I've already finished that, and then I got to this point where they're like, hey, this is what we want as the password. But yeah, we've totally already done that. And they're saying we've got the target's details. Sure. Well, you use this. This is great. I bet it's educational purposes, just to illustrate that they're not getting sued. Humans, let's see. Yeah. What's the weakest link in cybersecurity is most assuredly humans, yeah. We are. But we're also the stop. Like I watched a really cool talk about this, but even though we say we're the weakest link, 99 times out of 100 we get it right. We stop, we question, we stop. But the point is that the threat actor only has to get it right once. And so even if 99 of 100 humans stop it, if one gets through, then the damage is done. And if you haven't done the proper things to segment your risk, know what your risk is. If you don't just think, it's not just risk, like I wonder if I just fall down out here. No, you're using dread or stride or anything you calculate so you can quantifiably separate the lower third and the top third. Like, I don't care how you do it, but if you're not approaching risk and saying, how do I segment that if I get compromised, it doesn't matter. I know that I have a limitation of that overall outcome. I can make some choices in how I limit that damage. And, I say it doesn't matter with a grain of salt, but ultimately, we have to live compromised is kind of what I preach. So, let's finish this up. Do most pages have HTTPS? They've I would hope yes. Let's say yay and hope for humanity. All right, thank God. But ultimately, so does this. And even though you have HTTPS, you still get pwned because I just used a third-party service with automated setup with a Gmail account that I could totally fake. I could make it with an IP address that came from Ireland because I like to punish those guys. Nothing personal, but it's wonderful. But ultimately, this is a very easy thing to manipulate. And, we kind of take it for granted that the HTTPS inspection is what's going to be. No, I'm going to pwn your people because they just fall for it. So you have to have adequate measures. You have to have MFA. You have to have those things. So this has been my Try Hack Me walkthrough of HiddenEye. This is a really cool room, so I'm going to give it a thumbs up here in a second. But thank you very much. Appreciate you watching my video, and I'd hope you click subscribe and possibly like. Thank you.